Folks, welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. We're on the Pleine Reservoir, part of the Wisconsin River system in Marathon County.
Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Yes, folks, we're up in central Wisconsin, and what we're going to be doing today is kind of fun. We're going to be fishing some of the flowages, I guess, between Wausau and Stevens Point, and we're with Brett Jolly. And Brett, you live up in this area. Yeah. There's not only the Lake Wausau, but let's go down the line.
Yeah, you've got Lake Dubay, the Mosinee flowage, you got the Pleine flowage, you got the Stevens Point flowage. There's a lot of water here in central Wisconsin.
Now, when you look at natural lakes this time of year in January, the bite can get pretty tough. I think January is the toughest month of the year to catch fish. Not true on the flowages so much.
Yeah, with the moving water, there's a lot of oxygen, and these fish continue biting throughout the winter.
Well, we're going to have some fun today. We got some special guests. We got Cody.
Yep.
We got Joseph with a Z, and I'll explain that later, and Bottle Shot Matt.
Yeah, good crew.
Now, we'll have fun today. What are we after, basically?
Walleyes and crappies for the most part.
And they'll be in the same area?
Oh, yeah. They're all in the wood on the edges of the channels.
Oh, what fun, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see you out of the house in the winter.
Yeah, you too.
Hey, folks, we'll show what we're using and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this.
Meet Chris McGillis of McGillis Weimer, experienced personal injury lawyers.
You know, they come in and what we do is we want to hear their story. We want to make sure they're okay. We want to give them guidance. A lot of times we call it quarterbacking their case, right? Help them put themselves in a position where they can get the best medical treatment, they're taken care of. What we want to do is make sure that the only thing they have to worry about, John, is getting better, right? We focus on everything else.
Welcome back, folks. As we talked about, we're in Marathon County, and there's several flowages that are actually widening of the Wisconsin River, and that's what we're doing today. We're fishing crappies and we're fishing walleyes, and I got my first real Polish guy, right?
Extremely Polish.
Okay, so your name is Joseph, but you spell it with
a Z.
So,
Z and an F. J-O-Z-E-F.
So what is it, Joseph?
It was traditionally, yes, but it's just Joseph in the English language. It was actually my great-grandfather's name.
Okay, now I'm going to actually give it a try. Your last name is Wojciechowski.
Almost had it, Wojciechowski.
Well, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you.
And you guys are guiding up here in central Wisconsin, Dubay, Pleine, several of the flowages. Crappies and walleyes today, and I guess I'm going to use a bait that'll catch both, and that is a Castmaster tipped with a little bit of plastic, and that'll catch both crappies and walleyes. And you're going to set a bunch of Beaver Dam tip-ups.
Yeah, we're going to set a bunch of Beaver Dam tip-ups. We got Seaguar line on here, little fluorocarbon, so there's no long leader line. Those walleyes, you like to pick apart that long leader line. We're going to use a medium to small golden shiners. They seem to like the smaller shiners a little bit better. And these tip-ups, the Beaver Dams are great. Even in the colder weather, they never freeze up.
We see him coming up. Coming up. there he is. I'll tell you. Let's see what we got. Oh, no, a nice eater-sized crappie right there, right?
Oh, yeah. Look at that tungsten.
Yeah. That tungsten I like because we got some wind today and it's actually raining out in January right now. But that tungsten is heavy in the wind and it keeps your line tight so you can feel the bite.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. This is a nice little eater crappie. I mean, you probably could take that home, get a nice, nice pail full of these.
Have you been getting numbers of crappies?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can come out here and smash the limit pretty easily.
I want a few bigger than that, though.
Oh, yeah, we'll get them.
We got a flag here, buddy. Let's hope we got a walleye. You guys have been catching some pretty nice fish, too, haven't you? Anything there?
Oh, he's on there. All right.
All right.
Ooh, it feels like a little bit better one.
Okay, that's cool. We have caught some 12 inches, folks, that we haven't filmed so far. They're decent. Walleye, hold them out. Yeah, there you go. Now that's about a 14-incher, right?
Yeah, you might go. You'd have to put him on the bump, but he's probably just a tad short.
Now, you get a lot of these small ones in addition to the bigger ones, right?
Yeah, when you find the small ones, you find the big ones.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The big ones are definitely where the small ones are. They just roam just like schools, just like crappie.
Hey, there we go. Let's see. Cody's got something on. Oh, hey, look at the size of that perch. That's a beauty right there, buddy. Look at that. Now, is that common out here, the perch?
Yeah, pretty common. Kind of mixed in with everything else, the crappies, the walleyes, but you pick them up.
I bet you this is something you always dreamed about. What?
I stay awake at night thinking about it.
You know,
For days like today.
Yeah, how often in January do you get to sit in a rainstorm?
It's absolutely beautiful.
And isn't it gorgeous?
I'm enjoying it.
Oh, John!
Coming, Giles. How do you like the rain, buddy?
This is wonderful.
Oh, there's a nice crappie. That is a beauty there, Brett Jolly. Isn't that a nice fish? Look at that. What was that on?
Just a slip bobber and a minnow.
You know, that's the one thing that a lot of guys do on these flowages, in addition to jigging, is they'll use like a little bobber deal like that, or those tip downs. You and I have done that.
Tip downs are great, yeah. Those are fun.
And that way you can cover a bunch of water too. And a tip down, folks, is kind of a panfish tip up, so it's real light. When the fish hits, it goes down like that, right?
Tips down.
Tips down. Boy, is that a beauty. What's that? Pushing 11 and a half?
11-ish, yeah. Somewhere on there.
Ooh, there we go. And here he comes. And that doesn't feel very big. Actually, you know, folks, that is not a bad perch right there. And I'll tell you, you notice today that we have this rain and we've got east winds, and it's really been kind of tough, to be honest with you, as you can see so far. But I'll actually keep that one. But when you get an east wind like this in the wintertime, fishing is never all that great. But we're going to stay out here till dark and see if maybe those crappies will move in a little bit later on. Doesn't feel real small, doesn't feel real big. Oh, actually, you know what, man? I've got about 3 or 4 of these today, and you know, they're not the big Mississippi River perch, but that's a good eating fish right there.
Great eater.
Now, how is the perch population on these flowages?
It can be fantastic. This year there seems to be quite a few decent sized ones in here, so they're fast growing.
Yeah, it hasn't been an easy day today. You know, we got tomorrow, we battled that rain all day today, and I guess we're supposed to have rain and snow tomorrow, but no, I'll keep those. And you know, hey, we'll battle through it. Yeah, again, I was talking before how difficult an east wind is, and I find that all over the Midwest when you get an east wind in the wintertime.
It's not my favorite.
No, yeah. and the fish just seem to be lethargic.
Everything is moving real slow today.
Yeah.
No fast jigging presentations, nothing. Everything's kind of dead sticks and jigging real slow. So,
fish on over here. Let's see what we got. I just caught a perch. Ooh, that's not a perch.
Not a perch.
Jolly, what do you think, buddy?
That looks like
that could be a good walleye there, guys.
Maybe a pike.
All right, Cody, what do you got on for a bait, buddy?
Clam spoon.
Clam. Oh, that's a beautiful walleye. Look at that.
Nice.
That is a beauty. Now, hey, Jolly, you know what impresses me, buddy, is the color on these fish. They look so clean, don't they?
They're beautiful fish.
Are they really? Now, so is this uncommon on these flowages?
You know, there's a lot of slot fish out here. We got that slot where you can only keep them between 15 and 20, and we have a lot of big slot fish over 20.
Really? So that's working.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There are a lot of big female fish.
So on Flowager you can keep 3 fish.
3 fish.
And they have to be between
15 and 20 inches.
And 20. And so you're letting these, that's awesome to let these go to grow another day.
You bet.
I mean, that's cool. Was that a pretty good whap?
Oh, he hammered it.
So you guys have that Humminbird Mega Live set up in here, and you saw him around this hole, so all you did was pop out of the shack,
he ran out here and dropped her down.
Wow, that's hold them out. I mean, that's a beautiful fish right there, folks. And yeah, that's gorgeous.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. Check out this deal. 15% off all ice fishing flashers.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, day 2 up here in central Wisconsin, and Brett, I'll tell you what, that was an awful rainy day yesterday.
It was wet. It was really wet.
Now, you get caught in these low pressure systems here in the middle of January. As we talked about yesterday, fishing can be tough. But today, we're only supposed to have a mist all day today, and
right.
You like the conditions a little bit better?
Yeah, you know, it's overcast, cloudy day, fairly warm out. I would think the fish ought to bite.
Well, we're going to go crappies and walleyes again, yep. And we got out here at daybreak, so the early mornings and the evenings seem to be the ticket, huh?
Yeah, that's been best. Midday's been a little slow, but you know, moonrise, moonset, all that kind of stuff has been good.
Now, I noticed yesterday, folks, that Brett spent most of his time sitting in the clam while Ryan, the photographer, and I sat out here in the rain. Who was smarter?
Me.
I agree.
I stayed dry.
Hey, we got a first flag of the day. Look at that. The spindle's moving a little bit. Now, when it's moving slow, it's normally a walleye, right?
Yep, you just kind of like to...
Okay.
Be real gentle. He's there.
All right, all right. Now, again, folks, we've been... Well, that feels like a decent one. Let's see what we got here. Oh, there you go. Now, that's a beautiful walleye there, Joseph. That's a nice fish.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's kind of interesting, folks? Yesterday, we set quite a field of tip-ups, and it was really funny. One hole kept going all day, right?
Same one. That's the one that was hot, and there's some minnows over there, so we're going to have a hole there today.
Now, one thing we should mention too, we're all out here on our Yamaha ATVs and whatnot, but we noticed yesterday that driving around the ATVs where you're fishing is not a good idea.
It seemed to spook the fish, John. On the Mega Live, you can really tell when you get close with the ATVs, or even walking or drilling holes, those fish scatter.
I mean, it is amazing, isn't it, too?
Oh yeah, you know, we watched it all day yesterday. Those fish take right off.
We are fishing the Wisconsin River system in Marathon County, a 2.5-hour drive from Milwaukee, 3.5 hours from Chicago, and 4 hours from Minneapolis.
Well, Josh has been using clam shacks for years, correct?
Many, many years.
Yeah, yes. And when you're on the ice every single day guiding, having a shack is very important. Why is it important for you?
Just to keep clients warm on the ice, haul our gear, and that's why I really love the clam shacks. They're built very, very well. I'm going over pack ice, pressure ridges, slush snow out in Lake Superior all winter long, and they really hold up to the test.
And we have the new Yukon Thermal XT. And what's nice about this clam shack is it has side doors, correct?
Yep, side doors. So the nice thing about these are when you're fishing, you know, if you got to run out to a flag or something, you don't have to step across everything. You just go right out the side door. You're not messing with anything, and easy in, easy out.
Awesome. For more information, go to clamoutdoors.com.
Mega Live imaging shows you what's below in real time with edge-to-edge clarity and no gaps in coverage, all so you can turn must-watch detail into non-stop action. Only from Humminbird.
Folks, taking a break in the fishing, it's always fun to introduce products that'll really help you out. This is the Johnson Pump Portable Aeration System, and what is really cool about this, it keeps your minnows really alive. Listen to this. I mean, that is like having a bait shop on the water. And you know something, Wes? Our competitors just put bubbles into the water. We actually are providing oxygen.
Correct. We're forcing oxygen down in the water, which gives the bait oxygen, and it also removes the CO2, allowing the bait to take in that oxygen, which keeps them alive and lively.
What I like too is a lot of times will transport large amounts of bait a long distance. So this can be put on a cooler system or in your boat?
Yeah, John, I'm not handy at all, and in less than an hour I converted this clam bucket into a complete bait well.
On a jig stick!
Yep.
All right, Jolly, here, let me get your locator out of the way, buddy. Crappie?
That's bigger than a crappie.
All right, let's see what we got here, buddy. I tell you what, it isn't that bad out when it ain't raining. Let's see, walleye. There's a beauty right there. That's what, about a 17-incher?
Yeah, 17-ish. Very nice fish.
You know, one thing that's interesting about these flowages, and you obviously guide them in the summertime quite a bit too, the numbers of walleyes are just incredible.
There's a lot of fish in here, good growth rates, natural reproduction's awesome.
And they do stock some of these too, right?
The Wisconsin River is mostly naturally
Oh, it
productive.
is?
Yeah. Yep.
Now hold that out. That's a beautiful fish. Now these fish seem a little bit more aggressive today.
Yeah, they're definitely biting better than they did yesterday.
There we go. Hey, look at that. Wait, hey, what are you sitting on my ATV, man? Come on.
You got the warm for me all day, John.
Get that. Oh, nice walleye. There you go, buddy.
Here's a keeper.
Yeah. And you'll catch almost as many walleyes jigging as you will on tip-ups?
That's what it seems like. All these fish are just kind of moving through, and sometimes they really like the jig rod, sometimes they just like the dead bait.
So how are you working that?
Just a little tap, saw him come up on the mark, raised it slowly, and he just smoked it right as I was raising it up.
Hey, I want to mention too that you guys are going to be guiding the flowages the rest of the year and next year too?
Absolutely, yes.
And where can they get a hold of you guys?
They can get a hold of us, tapsandtackleco.com.
Yeah, we'll put that on at the end of the show.
Yep, perfect.
But you got all the tents and all the equipment for everybody?
Everything you need.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fun, folks. Come out, set a bunch of tip-ups, and you're getting action all day. You're catching a lot of that 10, 12 stuff, but it's action.
A lot of action, and you probably go home with a meal, too.
Hey, there we go. Walleye. Ooh, no, that's a nice crappie. Here, let me get the locator out of there. Yeah, there. Ooh, is that a nice one?
Yeah.
That is a beautiful fish right there. Look at that. And you're using a pretty big spoon.
Yep. Yeah, just that same clam spoon that I've been using.
Now you guys, I'm over here, I haven't been marking much in terms of crappies, and you guys are seeing more in these surrounding holes too?
Yep, yeah, a couple of them cruising around. Hard to tell sometimes, but they keep liking to stick tight to the bottom today, not coming in suspended.
You know what's so cool though, Cody, about this flowage is that you got all these different species swimming around together.
Absolutely.
You know, folks, nothing draws a crowd more than Johnsonville's when you're on the ice. And no, don't take a bite yet. Okay. Just wait, okay? I got a special treat for you today. These are jalapeno cheddars. Ooh. Okay, what Johnsonville does with these is they take 100% cuts of pure pork, then they smoke the sausage, then they stuff it with cheddar cheese, then they stuff it with jalapenos, and the cool thing is they come pre-cooked. So when on the ice like this, all you got to do is put them on the grill until they're golden brown. Okay, Johnsonville jalapeno cheddars. Take a bite, guys. And ooh, how good is that? Seriously,
that is really good. You can taste that cheddar. It's spicy.
Ooh, you like the spicy. Yeah. Hey, you guys like them?
Delicious.
Way to go, Johnsonville. Jalapeno cheddars. Look for them at your favorite retailer today. Joseph, I got something here, buddy. I don't think this is a crappie.
All right. Here,
all right. Maybe it's a walleye. Been in that clam stick. Ooh, down. There he is.
It's a bass.
A smallmouth bass. Hey, come on up here with that. Look at that. A smallie through the ice.
Look at that.
And you know,
right on that Castmaster too. He liked that thing.
Yeah, just tipping that Castmaster with some waxworms there.
Yeah, we were using the plastics yesterday. They didn't seem to like the plastics too much. We decided to go with some waxworms, and obviously that was the ticket for this.
You know, that's one thing we got to talk about. You know, you guys live up in this area, and you know, further down in the dells in that area, I've done really well on smallmouth.
Sure.
What about these flowages in the Wisconsin River in general up here?
Fantastic smallmouth fishing.
Seriously.
Oh, in the Stevens Point flowage, there's a 6-pounder caught this year.
A 6-pound smallie?
Yeah, the guys brought in a tournament. They brought in like 20 pounds in a local tournament.
You know, one thing I wanted to ask you, you know, you fish here, you can let him go, by the way.
All right.
You fish here in the boat all the time, and is that kind of how you learn your ice fishing spots? You mark areas where there's stumps and that?
Yeah, we use a lot of our electronics. The Humminbird Lake Master Trip is fantastic for showing river channels and other little depression areas. We kind of focus on those, and they give you, on the chip, they'll give you flooded timber and other things, hot spots.
And the neat thing about that is that the Helix 7, the unit that I'm using, that we're looking at right now, that has a map of the flowage, so you can transfer your waypoints from your boat Humminbird to your ice Helix 7.
Correct.
And you can drive right to that spot.
It's fantastic. I love it, especially being having GPS out here.
Ooh, let me see what Joseph has there. Hold that up for the camera. That's not a bad perch.
There you go.
You know what I'm seeing though, Joseph? I think in the next couple of years, this flowage is going to have some pretty nice perch.
Oh yeah, it's pretty loaded already. We've been getting a lot of fish about this size. A couple bigger ones that are definitely going to go home and make a nice meal.
Two in a row.
Another one.
All right.
On the school here.
Okay, let's see that one.
All right, about the same size.
Yeah, they aren't jumbos again, but you know what? I'd rather eat that size than the 12 inches.
Yeah, I like letting the big females go so you can have a good population of strong perch for futures to come. There we go.
Ooh, what do you got on there, buddy?
Ooh.
That doesn't look like a perch.
I don't think so.
All right, let's see here. You just popped to a new hole. And what do you got? What do you got? Ooh, nice walleye there, Joseph.
Sure.
Good job, buddy. That is interesting. So we just caught 2 perch in this area, and I am actually marking a perch right now. Maybe you'll eat, maybe you won't.
Double up. Maybe we will.
Well, that's a nice fish right there. What's that? Solid 16?
Oh yeah, at least.
Now, a lot of times, do you guys catch as many jigging as you do on tip-ups?
A lot of the times, if you're proactive about jigging, you move around and you find the fish, you'll get just as many on the jigs as you do tip-ups. And man, is it fun to fight them on a jig rod.
I love a walleye hit on a jig.
Right.
Yeah, that's no question.
Each week, I shop online at fleetfarm.com to check out the latest deals. Wow, check this out. 20% off all ice augers and 20% off all ice houses.
You know, I run gas now, but I had several diesel trucks, and I used to use the cold flow product all the time. The only time I ever experienced gelled fuel was when I forgot to use it. What can somebody like me do in that case, or somebody else that's got gelled fuel? How can they fix it?
Well, we've got a ton of additives, as you know. You've used a lot of them, but one that you haven't had to use would be this diesel recovery product, Pete. This is the one that's going to get you out of jail free. Because if you leave it at the boat landing or you leave it parked somewhere remote and the thing gels up on you, this product will take care of that. It'll get in there, it cuts through that gelled up diesel fuel, it causes it to get back into a real nice liquid state, and it will get that truck started. So it's AMSOIL diesel recovery in case you forget to treat it.
For those 30 below mornings, check out amsoil.com.
Jolly!
Hey.
How you doing? We had a hot walleye. Whoa, there you go. Hey, that's nice. A beautiful black crappie, isn't that?
Yeah, that's a dandy.
That is a beautiful fish right there, Giles. Hold them out. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty fish.
That's a good one.
And you know, we were talking before, seriously, in one hole over there, right? Mm-hmm. Joseph caught 2 perch and then a walleye.
Nice.
In the same hole.
Oh yeah.
And the crappies are here too.
Everything's here. They're all using the same wood.
Again, it is so important, folks, with the electronics, because the crappies are coming in quite high compared to the walleyes.
Yeah, they're 2-3 feet off the bottom. The walleyes are tight.
You got another one?
Another one, yeah. I dropped it right back down.
A
little smaller.
No, that's in here. Yeah, hold those up together. The one you just caught before that and that one, and get the difference. Because the one you just caught is, I'd consider an eater.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll fillet that one.
Yeah. Now hold those up together, and you figure this one is about 11, 10?
Yeah, 10 and a half, 11. That's probably 9.
9. And you get a nice cut off that, right?
Sure. Yeah. Actually, the smaller ones taste better.
Yeah. And again, this particular flowage is a 10 fish limit.
Yep. 10 panfish.
Yeah. Perfect.
Ooh, there's another one.
What's the deal? Whoa.
They're loaded in here.
There you go, buddy.
I'm right over a stump right now.
Are you really?
Fish are just piled up down
But
there.
it is interesting. You know, I've been jigging both days all day, and they do come through in streaks. And, and
definitely.
you can move around, or you can be by these stumps and wait for them to swim around and come back.
Yeah, you know, I like just sitting on a good spot like this, and those fish, they're going to come to the wood.
Oh, you are on these crappie. I just lost 2 in the hole, by the way. Let's see. And
like one.
yeah, there you go. That's a nice crappie. But what you're, like we talked about yesterday, you got that Mega Live Scope in the tent there, and it's kind of covering all these holes. You saw a bunch of fish over here popped in there, huh?
Yep. Just got to know where they are.
Yeah, and like I say, we just had a nice school move through. I missed 2. I might have to put a bigger hook on.
Maybe, yeah. This is a little bit bigger profile than I would normally use, but it seems to be working today, so.
Yeah, I'm going to put a little bigger hook on. Finally, like I said, I lost 2 crappies in the hole.
Oh, there's a nice perch.
Yeah, hold them out. I mean, that's a solid 9.
Yeah.
I just lost 2 crappies.
I heard you
in the hole, and you know, then I watched Cody catch one right here. But you think I should use something with bigger hooks? That's what I was thinking.
Maybe, John. It wouldn't be a bad idea, you know. Sometimes these hooks get wore out too, and just, you know, you can use this same size bait and replace it with a different eagle claw right on there.
Yeah, that's a great point, and we do that a lot in the summer. But yeah, I just missed 2 beautiful crappies right in the top of the hole there, man. So so I'll switch it.
Perfect.
All right, what do you got on over here, man?
Jigging for walleyes here.
Ooh, right, oh, there's a nice walleye. Grab them. Yeah, is that a beautiful fish? Come on up here. Look at that. And you know, you've been jigging a little bit, but you've been running tip-ups all day.
Yeah, I've been kind of taking care of that. But
do you have any idea how many flags you've had today?
I bet you we're pushing 50 today.
Really? And you know, folks, we talked about it earlier. There's a lot of 10, 12-inch walleyes in here. And that's the fun thing. If you're going to come up on a guide trip with these guys here, you're going to get action.
It's nonstop, all day.
Yeah.
All day today.
And, you know, this is a convenient trip for folks who live in Milwaukee, Chicago, Minneapolis. You can do it in one day.
Very easy. Up and down.
Yeah, hold that out.
Yeah.
And you know, these are kind of a different color. They're kind of the white deal on there.
They're super pretty.
Yeah. And that's what, 17-incher?
Yeah, 17 and a half.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks.
See him? There he is. I have put on bigger hooks. And, ooh, that's decent perch right there, folks. I mean, you know, that's not bad. I really think, Matt, come on in here a little bit closer. You're going to have a good perch fishery here. You know, these are, that's a 8.5, 9-inch fish, good eater, but I'm seeing a lot of these well-built perch, you know, the last couple days.
I think it's going to be real good here next week.
Folks, the Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2023 fishing contest is underway. To enter is simple. Just snap a picture of your trophy catch and stop in to any Fleet Farm store to pick up an entry blank, or you can go to fleetfarm.com to download an entry blank. For more information on fishing the central Wisconsin flowages, visit tapsandtackleco.com.
Here he comes right up out of the weeds. Oh, baby, you hammered it. What a way to start the day. What I love about this new Mickey Acme Tungsten jig is it features 2 Mickey ears that are almost like a crankbait bill coming off the front of the jig. What this does is allow it to plane, act like a jigging type of minnow, and as you pop it, it bounces and gives real erratic action. You can see the difference in the action, and that's gonna seal a deal for the fish eating it right now. This is a technique and a jig that fish have not seen yet. It's unbelievable. You gotta get this jig underneath the ice this year.
Oh, Pete, I'm getting too old for this.
So, John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps?
Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set?
Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin.
For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333. Hey, what are you doing on my ATV here, Cody? You were sitting so comfortable in that clam shack. Ooh, there we go. Come bring them up here, Joseph. I'll tell you what, guys, I want to thank you guys really for doing all the work, setting the tip-ups the last couple of days, and we caught fish and enjoyed a rainstorm, but the variety of fish we caught is pretty impressive.
It was a great time. We had a lot of nice fish and quite the variety, like you said.
And folks, you're going to come up here, you are going to get action. You figured you had how many tip-up flags?
Close to 70.
And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know, we're going to fish it. We'll find a place somewhere. Till then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.